The term superfood has become a powerful buzzword in the health and wellness world, conjuring images of magical berries, exotic seeds, and vibrant powders capable of preventing disease, reversing aging, and transforming one's health almost overnight. Marketers and influencers have leaned hard into this idea, using it to sell everything from acai bowls to spirulina capsules. But the truth behind superfoods is more complicated, and in many cases, more disappointing than the hype suggests. At its core, the concept of a superfood is not scientific. It's a marketing term, one that implies a single food can dramatically improve health outcomes simply by being consumed regularly. This kind of thinking plays into modern consumers' desire for shortcuts and quick fixes. Instead of overhauling their diets or lifestyles, people are encouraged to just sprinkle some chia seeds or toss some kale into a smoothie and believe they're doing something extraordinary for their body. The problem is, nutrition doesn't work like that. There's no denying that many so-called superfoods are nutrient-dense. Blueberries contain powerful antioxidants, broccoli offers compounds that may support detoxification, and fatty fish like salmon is rich in omega-3s critical for heart and brain health. But calling these foods super ignores the far more important truth. No single food can undo the effects of a poor diet, chronic stress, lack of sleep, or a sedentary lifestyle. And worse, the superfood label often distracts from the need to eat a wide variety of whole foods consistently over time. Many foods labeled as superfoods gain their reputation not from rigorous scientific evidence, but from anecdotal claims, trendy popularity, and clever marketing. Acai, for example, was promoted as a weight loss miracle. Spirulina was heralded as a cure-all algae. Goji berries, quinoa, turmeric lattes, the list is long, and the scientific support is often thin or taken wildly out of context. Lab studies might show a certain compound reduces cancer cells in vitro, but this doesn't mean that eating that food in real life will have the same dramatic effect. The dose, the context, and the human body are far more complex. There's also a darker side to this trend. The global demand for trendy superfoods has led to environmental degradation and economic exploitation in some regions. Quinoa, once a staple grain for rural Andean communities, became too expensive for locals after Western markets drove up its price. Avocado farming has contributed to deforestation and water overuse in some countries. The Western obsession with exotic superfoods often overlooks the environmental and human cost of placing one food on a pedestal. Meanwhile, everyday foods that are just as powerful nutritionally, like cabbage, lentils, sardines, oats, and onions, are overlooked because they don't sound exciting or Instagram-worthy. These humble staples lack the glamour of imported berries or ancient grains, but they offer fiber, minerals, and phytonutrients that rival or surpass the more expensive, trendy options. The real superpower in nutrition isn't in novelty, it's in consistency, variety, and simplicity. And here's the most important warning. Believing in the myth of superfoods can give people a false sense of security. Someone might load up on goji berries and flax seeds, but still eat processed junk the rest of the day. They may skip regular exercise, ignore their stress, or sleep poorly, thinking that their superfood smoothie is covering the damage. It isn't. Health is cumulative, not transactional. That said, including nutrient-dense foods in your diet is certainly beneficial. Many superfoods are worth eating, not because they're magic, but because they're real, whole foods rich in beneficial compounds. Just don't expect miracles. Superfoods are not a cure, a shortcut, or a substitute for an overall healthy lifestyle. In the end, the superfood label says more about consumer psychology than nutrition. The truth is less flashy, but more powerful. The most super diet is one built on a foundation of minimally processed foods, diversity, balance, and daily habits that respect the body's long-term needs. That may not sell as well, but it works.